All right, guys, happy Monday. I am back. Just wanted to cover a couple things on this video. I will let you know that it'll be quicker. I'll be trying to talk through it more quickly because I just recorded this and something was screwed up with it. So I spent the last 40 minutes probably recording an awesome video that you guys will never see. So I'm back again to chat about all the things that I just talked about for the last half hour. But we'll cover a few things that I've just been thinking about, especially over last week and the weekend. You guys probably can imagine what those are. We'll do an airdrop at the end. I might have like a little airdrop contest because lately I've been trying to give away as much drip as I can. But I just wanted to go over some things that are on my mind. First off, the haters, the FUD, the people that are two-faced and talk out of both sides of their mouth, and the people that talk shit about people behind their back. There's so much nonsense last week and this weekend. Somehow people literally have nothing better to do than sit on Telegram and talk shit about people that they don't even know. Like, y'all don't have families, you don't go outdoors, you don't have like a yard to work on, or maybe learn about a protocol or read a book or something. You don't have anything more productive to do. Whole groups of people this weekend, like Carl from South Dakota, screen name's probably Lady Killer 1994, sitting in his mom's basement just complaining because his $100 investment that he made in February hasn't turned into $1 million yet. Some of you guys are idiots, man, and you need to find something productive to do with your lives. Now, it's okay to have frustrations. I'm frustrated. I wish this stuff was open. I like making a lot of money. In general, I'm down hard on realized losses in the crypto market through all my investments. I would love to see those at all-time highs because it makes me feel warm and fuzzy and better about myself. But that's not the market we're in. And with every boom, there's got to be a bust. And with every bust, there's usually a boom. Some of you guys have just barely started investing, and it shows. I've been through several market cycles. This stuff is normal. Forex talks about it a lot. He talks about how these big pullbacks are natural and they're part of the cycle. They happen in all markets that are healthy, and that's where we're at. Yep, it's frustrating. I'm frustrated by it. Everyone's frustrated by it. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if I've ever worn this hat on camera. I like this one. It was just low-key, the hidden drip logo. But anyway, let's move on. That's enough about that. You guys know how I feel about those group of people who are keyboard warriors and want to sit behind their computer and complain about other people that they've never talked to, they don't know. They want to take molehills and make them mountains. They want everything to be super big. And a lot of the time, there's nothing to it. I have seen no shred of evidence that Forex is stealing all the money from everyone. I have seen no shred of evidence that he's inherently dishonest. Sure, does he go about things in a way that's not as transparent as some of us investors would like? Sure, but this is DeFi. That's the space we're in. We're going to get developers with idiosyncrasies. I'll take a ton of idiosyncrasies over dishonesty. We're not in a scam project. We're not in a rug pull project. So for you guys to create these full groups just dedicated to fudding a project that you've got a little bit of money in, you guys really need to grow up and do something better with your lives. And to all the people that are extremely two-faced, you're just not my type of people. So for you guys, go fuck yourselves. For everyone else, let's move on with the video. So I was thinking about a scenario the other day. It's been going on in the chats, and there's a lot of really positive people in there. Join the Telegram if you'd like. But there's a lot of people that were basically saying, hey, I'm loving these prices because I wasn't going to be able to get in then, and now I can. So I wanted to go through a little scenario in our head, and that is, what if the animal farm hadn't been paused? What if everything was rocking right now? We never had pigs go down. We never had dogs go down. Everything was just steaming along, right? Like, what do you think the price of pigs would be at? Would pigs be at 400, 500? Would it be at 1,000? Where would drip be at, right? At those prices, could you really get in? Like, would you be able to position yourself in a good spot? And could you compete against the whales? Because at $1,000 a pig, you're not going to be able to purchase very many pigs for your pig pen, right? A lot of you guys are complaining about everything, and you have less than $500 invested, and you're thinking you're going to over here going to rule the system and make a ton of money. At these prices, much lower, at $50, $60 a pig, you can actually DCA in, and you can get a pretty good position. Same thing with drip. If drip was up at $200 a pop, a lot of people couldn't afford very many drip tokens each month. I would venture to say that most investors maybe only have $100, $150 a month to throw at any different protocol or different type of investment. Some of us have a little bit more, some of us have a lot more, right? For some of these whales, $25,000, $50,000 isn't all that much. But if the prices are really high, it prices all you guys out of the market, and only the whales can really make a big impact. So with this, it levels the playing field a little bit. Of course, they can buy a lot more pigs at this price than you can, but at least you can get in and get a healthy position. So the more I think about it, I really do think this is a blessing in disguise. In the last couple weeks, I have added more to my drip faucet. I've added more to the garden, I bought more pigs, and I've added more to the piggy bank. So I'm super thankful for the lower prices because I'm confident in the project that eventually it's going to go up. So these prices are great. I just have to delay my gratification for a little bit longer. And I've said this a bunch of times, but if you guys don't believe in the project, if you guys really think, hey, Forex is stealing money from everyone, this is a rug pull, I've lost all confidence, I think he's a shady dev, then you should be getting out. You should be doing that with anything. Like if you don't trust Elon Musk because you think he's super untrustworthy or something, then you should be getting out of those investments. And this one even more specific because the dev, Forex, has so much control over the ecosystem and how it's developing and everything. So if you don't think that his roadmap that he's outlined is actually going to go anywhere, get out of the project. It makes absolutely no sense to be in there. And there's nothing even wrong with that. Like if you don't believe in it, you don't believe in it. There's certainly been plenty of reasons and delays and things like that to kind of leave a bad taste in your mouth. That's okay. And I think you should get used to that if you're going to play around in the DeFi space. But it doesn't necessarily mean you have to hate on the project. If you are invested and you're not selling and leaving the system, you do believe that Forex will eventually get this stuff up and running, then why are all you guys that are in special Telegram groups complaining about everything? It boggles my mind how you have time to do that. So try to have a little perspective. Crypto market in general has been getting hammered. I think we're very likely due for another leg down here in the next few weeks. We've kind of got a bear flag pattern on most of the major cryptos. If that takes another leg down, it will be frustrating, but it'll be good if we kind of time the market like that. And I think Forex, in a way, is trying to time the market. He already said on his last AMA, I believe with Drip.community, that he's done that on other projects. So if he's already done that once, he would do it again. He tries to wait till he sees a bottom and then launches everything so it can all be up from there. I do think that is partially what he's doing. I don't know that that's his main motivator, like everything's done. He's just sitting on it, sitting on the protocols to relaunch until the market goes back up. But I do think he's in less of a rush because he knows if it's ready right now to launch it, you're going to take a dip. And maybe that's part of the reason for this 1 month marketing campaign. I do think it'll be helpful. I do think it's a little long. But I also don't think that we're going to have to wait as long. So I think we're supposed to get a date in a few weeks of when the animal farm will launch, and then we're going to have a month of marketing. I think after the animal farm date is launched and that marketing starts, I think prices start going up then. It's hard to imagine a scenario where a developer or really anything says, hey, this product is done, and then you're paying a company who's really good at what they do to advertise and market out there. You're paying to get in front of people and not have some adoption and some hype built up. So I wouldn't be surprised that during that, if you don't see people coming into the ecosystem picking up pigs and buying drip. I also wouldn't be surprised to see a boost in the garden. Be prepared for that. I think it's a good thing. Again, I think this is a blessing in disguise. I wouldn't be able to buy as much. I wouldn't be able to get as many airdrops. I buy my tokens normally. I don't claim them because I don't want to pay all the extra tax and everything. So most of the time, 9 out of 10 times, I just buy new tokens and then send them out. So, if Drip was at $100, I might only be able to do one. But since Drip is down in the $6 range, I'm able to buy a handful, send those out to people. And then when the price goes back up, those airdrops, when you got 5 Drip, end up being worth a lot more money to you. So in a way, it's super helpful to be on a team that gives airdrops right now because you're very likely getting more than you would have if the prices were super high. So great time, pick a good team and accumulate. And again, it's all just a matter of perspective. It's how you want to think about it. Really what we're working on here and what crypto is and real investing is delayed gratification. And I don't know if you guys have seen the story. I'm sure most of you guys have, but it's like the marshmallow experiments or whatever. They bring kids in, they sit them down, they put a marshmallow in front of them or cookie or whatever, and they say, hey, listen, we're going to leave the room. Don't eat this. If you don't eat it, you're going to get 2 when we come back. They leave the room, they wait for 15 minutes, they have cameras on the kids and all that. 80%, 90% of the kids eat the marshmallow, and they don't wait for that second one. They say that the kids, they come back in. If it's not eaten, they give the kid another marshmallow, and then they tracked those kids for many years after. And the children that were able to delay their gratification tend to be more successful than the ones that didn't. And I think that's true with everything. It's true with business. It's true with fitness. It's true with investing. If you can keep working, stay positive, and be relentless, over time, the likelihood is you will be more successful. So just keep that in mind. Right now, these low prices are a blessing. When stocks tank, when crypto tanks, when real estate tanks, the majority of people, the average investor, doesn't want to touch it at all. The smart money comes in and buys during that period. So if you think that house is going to go back up, buy it. If you think that stock is going to go back up, buy it. If you think that crypto is going to go back up, buy it. Buy assets that are depreciated if you think in the long term they're going to go back up. And I have a really hard time believing that with the new games, the new scratchies, the new V2 layer, I guess, to the faucet so you can have it more gamified, all the additional use cases and partnerships that are coming out, I have a very hard time believing that the drip price isn't going to rally. So for the time being, I'm just buying more, I'm DCAing, and I'm going to continue to do that until everything gets launched. Animal Farm, we found out on the call, likely is about 7 to 8 weeks out from right now. So we've got a little bit of time. What I'll probably do is not complain. I don't want to make a video about the same thing every day. And until those get open, I'll be short on content. Once everything gets open, I can probably pretty much cover drip every single day because there'll be games and scratchies and 10 different sides of the protocols that are out there that are getting developed. And that's going to be awesome to cover. In the meantime, I looked into a good handful of projects. A few of them I just didn't like. Too many red flags. There's a couple of them that I liked, but I just felt like I was a little too late to the game. I was kind of waiting to see if Animal Farm was going to open this month. But since it didn't, I'm just going to toss that capital into somewhere else, and I've actually already done that. I did find a couple projects that I like, and we'll see where they go. Hopefully I can generate some money over there and then dump it into the ecosystem. I will likely take any funds that I make in those. I've got a pretty good position, as you can see in Drip, but I'll likely take money that I make from other protocols and just straight use it for pigs. Just inject it for pigs in the pig pen, because that's ultimately my long-term play. If I can have thousands of pigs in the pig pen, I'd like to get to the point where I'm making $500 a day in the pig pen. So if I can leverage a couple different protocols to help that out, help me out with that goal, then I'm going to do it. I will not be the guy who's covering a ton of different projects because I don't really have a lot of time. I also don't like that many projects, and I truly feel that I can't be in 10 or 15 projects and actually keep up to date with everything and keep a pulse on whether they're still viable or not. So I'm not going to be the guy who's reporting on a lot of them. There's a few projects that I got in over the last several months that are just full degen plays, and I just think they're even too risky to tell you about. Some of them ended up being kind of garbage. So anything I tell you about, I will have done a good amount of research on, and if you guys want to try it out, make a little money over there, that's fine too. It's okay to diversify, but hopefully no one hates on me. This isn't an only drip channel, but I cover drip the most because it's the one I'm most confident in. I think Forex as a developer is coming up with some new schemes and new ways to approach things that no one else is doing right now. So it would be very hard and wouldn't make any sense for me not to hitch myself to that wagon. Anyway, that's the shortened version of the video that I recorded earlier. So hopefully I covered everything. I think I definitely missed a few great analogies that I had in the previous one, but that's all right. Please like and subscribe if you would, and then leave a comment, whatever you liked most about the video, whatever hit home most, and then add your wallet address next to it. I'll pick someone and I'll drop you 5 drip. Let's do a quick airdrop before I forget. 3 drip here. I'm going to run it to one matching player. All right, D413. This will add about 20% to your balance. So congratulations to you. I am going to not send it on here because my ledger, for whatever reason, does not like my editing PC. So I have a dedicated PC for that. So I'll copy this, send it over, and then I'll kick you out the airdrop. You should not be concerned that I'm going to do it. I say I'm going to do because I always do it, and it's also here on the blockchain. So you will receive yours in just a minute. I'll get it sent over. And just wanted to say thank you guys for joining. Appreciate you always engaging in my content. It makes me happy. There's a few bad apples out there that spoil it for everyone else, but I think 80-90% of us are solid, and I think there's 20% of that have the right mindset. They're going to end up being the ones that get rich, but what do I know? Drop a comment, leave your wallet address. Happy investing.